1.0, which I believe you're all too familiar with. So for BoldAssure 1.0, you have a login screen, which I believe you log in all the time to check your transactions, and then you have the continue with social media accounts. And then you're able to log in onto your account, right? So what I'm going to do, and I have a code here because I'm going to try to log in into the 1.0 with admin credentials, nothing fancy here, just making sure we can quickly breeze through 1.0. And so when you log into 1.0, pretty much you have your, I don't think any of you have your profile picture, right? So this is a fancy me in my suit, my jacket, looking all smart. So like you see your data balance, your voice, your wallet, you see your recent transactions that have come through, batches. I know most of you are not currently using batch, but yeah, those are features we continue to optimize. And then you have the ability to go look for your beneficiary and then try to do a transaction for them, which is very easy. You go in there. I know you don't use these features a lot, do you?
No, I don't.
You are more sophisticated. Okay, cool. So yeah, so pretty much you enter your data bundle, the volume you want to send, you hit send, and it goes to the customer. Then you can also kind of check your transactions and see what happened with them. This transaction failed because it's like not a live connected transaction. So we also have the settings page, which we never really quite completed it, right? I'm sure you don't even come here, do you? So this is not set up correctly. We're in the haste, we couldn't finish it. The business is completely nothing there. We're too overwhelmed. But you do have access to reset your passwords, and you also didn't have the opportunity to set up. I thought someone was joining us. Yeah, so you also have the opportunity to set up team members, which I don't think is currently active. So there was a lot of work to do, right? If you look at the 1.0 setup, it's not really there yet. So that's part of the reason why we wanted to make sure we are bringing you 2.0, which is a much improved version with additional capabilities to make sure that you are running your business efficiently. And we are providing an end-to-end solution and giving you a good place to run your business. So with that said, any questions on 1.0? Because I wanted to really make this really quick and move on to the move on to 2.0. No questions for us?
No, please.
All right, so then I guess we can drive deep into 2.0. So I'm gonna sign off here, come here to 2.0. So this is BoldAssure 2.0. If you're familiar between 1.0 and 2.0, the only changes that you're seeing is we've kind of colored the Assure, so it's more vibrant. Is the BoldAssure is do you see that, Godfrey? This is the change that we're introducing for 2.0 is to give you a good looking Assure. Yeah.
Okay.
So that was just a joke. So if you look at 1.0, we had no wire up the social login, but in 2.0 we've currently wired it up. So we have the social logins activated. I'm not going to try to hit this because it kind of gave me issues previously. So yeah, but this is active. We've used it several times. For some reason today is misbehaving. I don't want to touch it. And then so you now have the ability to do your forget password. I think we're having some issues with it. There was a bug with it. We fixed it in the upcoming release. You can sign up literally with your social account, but like I said, you don't need to sign up again because you have your account already configured, right? But for new users or businesses that are signing up, they can immediately use their social login. So this is 2.0. As part of what is changing in 2.0, you see that there's been a complete different in terms of the dashboard look and feel, and there's more functionalities in 2.0 than 1.0, right? So this is 2.0, right? This is BoldAssure 2.0. So as you can see, we've introduced additional buttons for functionalities. You can access your orders. Your settings page is now like pretty much done, and we have configured your account, added your logo. We took your logo. I put some funny about your business here. You can always update it. In fact, we'll be needing some more information from you to fully set up your business. Looks like someone is joining. So this side of it, this is the KYC portion, is very important, right? The KYC is part of our regulatory requirement. So if you're familiar with anybody who is operating in the financial space, it's heavily regulated, right? By Bank of Ghana and all those government stakeholders who are making sure there's minimum fraud. There's a lot of money laundering going on. So these details will be working with you. I think Eugene just joined. We'll be making sure we have up-to-date information about your company registration number, your tax identification number. I know you have a website, so we kind of went ahead and put in some of your details in there. And your addresses, everything is set up here. Now, if you want to update, once we update this particular information, if you need to change it, you have to contact us because of regulatory requirements, right? You don't get to come here and say, oh, I want to update it. So everything here is literally like grayed off. You can, like, if you come back, it's there. You can't change it. You can't update it. And it's for fraudulent reasons. We try to do that to ensure people are not changing their KYC information anyhow. So your profile, like I think we went through, you can now update your profile images and all that. You can do the same for your business. You can reset your password. Two-factor authentication. I know you attempted it. You're a curious man. We have it wired in the background, but that flow is not yet active. So please don't. That's why we've kind of disabled it. We are going to wire it up, but just don't activate it yet, okay?
Okay.
I know you attempted before. Okay, so we are going to be adding billing, and you can kind of pay your subscriptions and everything by attaching your card payment for it. This is not wired up yet, so don't worry about that. Notifications. What we've added in 2.0 is the ability for you to add team members. I know you've requested for this feature in the past, so you can now add team members, and as you can see, there are so many that we've done as part of our testing, and you can manage them, you can delete them, update their details, because they are your team members. So from there, and then we have your SMS configurations as well. So from the settings perspective, this is what is changing. We've kind of added some additional functionalities and updated the components that we couldn't finish in 1.0. So back to the dashboard, you see you have your previous statement, current statement, and there's a bug. Don't worry, we'll fix it before you push to production. On the dashboard, you can create an invoice, which is coming soon. So if you look at the main menu, there are some things that we are still yet to wrap up on, right? It won't be live on this upcoming release, but it will be soon. So everything soon won't be part of the full production because we know we have to implement that. So anything soon is there for you to be aware that this is a capability we are adding. So you can create invoice. And when we say invoice, is you saying, hey, you want to buy this from me? This is the list of items you want to buy. This is the price. So you send a link or a QR code and then they just buy. They follow that QR code. They have that invoice that they pay. There's the beneficiary, which is you're already aware of. We've introduced product or service, which is more like your inventory, the items you are selling. You can configure all of them here. And ignore the MTN and Vodafone. Currently, you all do Airtel. So we're going to stick with Airtel for now. This is just part of our dummy testings that we're doing. Then we have others. So others is really interesting. Others is everything that, the self-checkout capability that is happening. Your customers going into either your website or, you share the QR code with them or a payment link with them. Whenever they do that payment, it comes to your orders. And then you can track the journey of that particular purchase. So let's say, and we'll do a live test here so you see how it works. So if your customer buys data from you, now they can buy the data, make the payment themselves, and then you will be able to sit, relax, and see that, okay, the order was raised. Okay, payment went through successfully. Okay, here's the transaction that was executed successfully, and it was sent to the customer, right? And you have all the necessary references associated with that particular order. So what we are also going to be introducing is something called the marketplace, where you can buy data, you can transfer money to mobile money wallets, you can transfer money to bank accounts, you can buy airtime, you can resell airtime too. That's another thing we are going to be introducing. You can top up your airtime just like you can transfer money to banks. I think I already mentioned that. You can pay your water bill, you can pay your cable subscription if you love soccer, you can pay your DSTV or GoTV. We can also handle a lot of integrations for you. That's our specialty, right? We are a technology company. So say you come to us and you're like, hey, I have this new deal with Vodafone or Glow or whoever. They need me to connect to them. Can you activate this capability for us on BoldAssure? Yes, we can. So always be mindful of that our core business is technology. So we do B2B integrations with different service providers, telecom, insurance, banking, and we can activate all of those capabilities here for you. So that is the marketplace. It's going to be coming up as part of the future releases. It's currently not in this release that is coming up, but it will be in the future release that we have. So that's why we've indicated it as soon. Okay, so we also have fraud and risk. So this is where we are going to be leveraging artificial intelligence and machine learning to kind of figure out if a transaction is coming through, is this a potential fraudulent transaction, right? And these are part of the regulatory requirements. In the upcoming releases, it won't be there, but that's something that we are definitely looking at to give you the ability to have insight on what particular transaction is happening on the platform that could be fraudulent, right? And we need that because, as I said, it's a heavily regulated market. And then we also have the invoice and receipt. So invoices are, I think I touched on invoice, where you want your customers to buy a set of products from you, right? And then you want everything to be electronic. So you generate an invoice, just like you do manually, but this time when you send them a QR code or a link, they go to that link, they have the purchase price, everything outlined, including taxes. And then they just click, provide their payment details and pay for it, and you deliver the service to them. So now, I think we've touched on the dashboard. What is changing on the dashboard, you still see your recent transactions that are coming through. You see if you have SMS, you see the balances, your data balances, the expiry date and everything is still going to be showing up here for you. And let's say you are starting, you want to set up a product, right? Because you are selling. So I've already configured this product here, and we'll do one product setup so you see how it works. But you sell data, which is Airtel data, right? So you can configure different Airtel data types in your inventory, right? So this is just an example of a 50 megabyte data bundle that we have set up, and it's selling for 0.10. Now, once you set up the product, and setting up a product is easy. You just come to add, and then you select your product. You have access to this, right? Because you are subscribed to the iShare bundle. So you set up your product. And then once you set up that product, it's going to show up something like this, and then you can view the product. And once you set up a product, you can add a payment link to the product. So we have already added a payment link for the purpose of this demo. And once you have a payment link, it means you can share with your customers, right? And your customers can make payment by themselves. You can even generate a QR code and share with your customers or add it to your website. Like you have the QR code and the product details in your website, and your customers can scan to pay, or they can click on the link to pay, however you want it to be. So as part of this example, I would want to start with you doing a self-service transaction, right? So I'm going to open the QR code. If you can scan it yourself and see what you get, and if you can attempt to make payment and buy. So this is Airtel bundle. What we've done, and I think before I jump ahead of myself, is you can copy the link like I just did, send it to your customers on WhatsApp, whatever. And then when they load it, they're going to see a checkout page similar to this, right? They can do the same thing by scanning the QR code, which could be on your website, and then they can immediately be taken to the checkout page. So I want you to, if you are able to scan the QR code, or I can share you the link and you can attempt payment, and let me know. I'll copy the link and put it in WhatsApp in case you can scan. You can follow the link. Okay, I see you said you are in. So, Wilfred, are you able to initiate a transaction for us?
Yes, please. I'm still on it.
Okay, cool. So the account number should be an authority number that can receive data, right?
Okay.
And the mobile wallet is wherever you want to withdraw the 0.10 test transaction from.
Okay, I think it worked.
Okay, so your transaction was initiated?
Yes.
Okay, so typically when a customer initiates a transaction, it goes to your orders. So you can see that the order you just initiated with customer care at Best Pay is currently showing up here as incomplete. And you see the status actually changed right now to processing. So this is where you are, right? I believe by now you should probably have received your data, right?
Okay, I didn't even. Okay, I'm checking it. Yes. I did.
I'm sorry? Did you receive any SMS attached to it, email?
Okay, I had the SMS too. Okay, from this game.
What about your email?
Okay, the email too was 50 megabytes.
Okay, so the entire end-to-end flow is catered for on BoldAssure, from payment to executing the service to fulfilling that service execution. It's that, and you can easily do this through a single payment link, which we have discussed, and then you can have a QR code attached to that payment link. You can share either of this to your customers, and they can immediately make payment. I know you probably have a lot of questions for us, so let me take you through this
Okay,
first.
so that